Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adeshawa. You can call me the seasonal YouTuber. I know the last time I uploaded video was like 5 months ago. Anyways, in today's video we're going to continue from where we stopped the last time. Please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Please now encourage me. It's not easy, guys. I'm doing a lot right now and I still find time to drop video, even if it's not as regular as it's supposed to be, but I still find time to drop video for you guys. Please encourage me, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. It will not cost you anything. YouTube will not charge you for liking my YouTube video. YouTube will not charge you for subscribing to my channel. So please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. So let's get back to today's video. Like I said, I was going to be talking about family reunion visa based on my own experience. Please guys, even after watching this video, always go on the website to check what's the update. If there's any new thing that is applicable to you on the website, always check, because the last time I did my own visa processing, I paid 150k for the document verification, but currently if you're in Abuja or you're in the northern part of Nigeria, you're going to pay 250,000 naira for your document verification. If you're in the western and the eastern part, you pay 180. You can see that there are changes. I had to check to know these things. So even if I tell you anything, don't forget to check on the website to be sure what I said is still the same thing currently, because when I booked my appointment was 2020. I did my interview in 2021. I got my visa in 2022. Yeah, I know it's a long time. It was really hectic. It was like, I don't even know what to say, but thank God everything is over right now. So I make this video to just encourage anybody that is already going through the process. Like, take your time, enjoy your time while you're in Nigeria. When you get here, you're definitely going to miss your family, and I just want you to know that it's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. You have nothing to worry about. It takes a long time, but then it's going to definitely work out fine. So number one thing, what is a family reunion visa? A family reunion visa is a visa you need to join your relative here in Germany. As easy as the name, family reunion. A visa you need to reunite with your family. Simple. So who are the people eligible for a family reunion visa? If you have your spouse in Germany and you want to join your spouse in Germany, you are eligible. If you have a child in Nigeria and you want to bring your child over to Germany, your child is eligible for the visa. If your parents are in Nigeria and you want to bring them over to Germany, they are also eligible for the family reunion visa. So what are the checklists? What are the things you need to submit to be able to obtain the family reunion visa? Number one thing, you are going to fill application form. You are going to submit 2 copies. So all the document I'm going to mention is two copy each. So questionnaire, you are going to submit a declaration form. All these things, please take your time and fill it carefully. Don't make any mistake. You can print as many as you want online, and so if there's mistake on this one, you fill another one. You get me? So please take your time, fill it carefully, guys. I know what I'm talking about. Make sure there's no mistake on your form, especially when it comes to your age. Don't make any mistake. The age on your form, the age on your questionnaire should tally with the age on every of your documents. So you are going to be needing a passport photograph, biometric passport photograph, 2 copies. Like I said, everything I'm going to mention is 2 copies. You are going to need copy of your international passport, the data page. You are going to need copy of it. Then you are going to need 2 copy of your husband's passport photograph. Then you are also going to need 2 copy of your husband data page. Also, the entry and the exit stamp on your husband's passport, you're also going to be needing them 2 copies. You're going to need birth certificates. If they gave birth to you after 13th of December 1992, you need the NPC birth certificate and also an affidavit from your parents, please. from your parents, because if you go to the court and do the affidavit yourself, the embassy is going to tell you to go get another one. It's your parents, or if your parents are late like me, or if your parents are indisposable, you need to, like, somebody like the head of your family, olori ebi family, you get what I'm saying, only would represent your parents, or your parents, very important, your parents, except your parents are late. In my own case, my sister was the one that did the affidavit for me. Then you need your marriage certificate, and you also need an affidavit that states that you were not previously married. You understand? Then if you were previously married, you need a divorce paper. You also need pictures, like maybe pictures from your wedding, pictures for a family function. Picture of yourself and your husband must be included, maybe with other family members. Like, you can just take along 10 pieces or 5 if you want, but I took as many as I could just to be on the safer side. Then you also need Melden Bescheinigung. It's a document that will be given to your spouse when he or she registers their address where they are staying in Germany. It's whenever you register your address in Germany, it's a proof of residence. Let me just use that word. So you are going to be needing a Melden Bescheinigung. Then if your husband is not an EU citizen, abi your spouse is not an EU citizen, you need resident permits. Your spouse resident permits, yes, also 2 copies. Then when we're done with this, let's go to the whole process. So what I did first, we got married 2020. Immediately after our court wedding, we booked an appointment. See, I'm going to share a link to where you can do all these things yourself. You don't need to pay anybody. Just from the comfort of your home, with your phone, with your laptop, you can book an appointment. You can do all the whole process. You can fill, you can get the form. The only thing you need to do is, if you don't have a printer, you go to the cafe and print out the forms. That's the only thing. Please don't pay any agent. Don't allow anybody to dupe you and tell you that I can make the appointment faster. I can, I can fast track your appointment so that you get appointment on time. Even you. Don't allow anybody to deceive you and just take advantage of you. Don't allow anybody to extort you. So we booked appointments for December 2020. We didn't get a date until November. I think it was November. They sent me an email with with a date for my interview. My interview was in December 2021. Yes. So it took 1 year. 1 year was my waiting period, and currently, if you check on the website, the waiting period is longer than 1 year. They did not specify the exact period, but they said over a year. So if you book your appointment, you are going to wait for over a year to to get a date for your appointment. Then they are going to definitely contact you like a month or 4 weeks before the exact day they are giving you, just for you to prepare, for them to give you time to prepare and do everything. So that waiting period, what should you do? That waiting period, please don't just sit at home and wait till when they call you, then you start running and scatter for your documents. Make sure that all the documents required are available, are properly checked. Your primary school certificates, your secondary school certificates, your university certificates, if possible your NYSC certificates, all your professional courses, whichever educational certificate you have, please, you have to include it. And please don't fake anything. Don't fake any document. They are going to check. They are going to do document verification. That's why you are paying them that amount of money, for them to go and verify your documents. So they are going to, send a lawyer. In my own case, they sent a lawyer to my primary school. They sent a lawyer to my secondary school. They sent a lawyer to my university. They sent a lawyer to everywhere I did my professional courses. So please, make sure all your documents, especially when it comes to your age, make sure there's no mistake. Make sure everything on your passport or your documents are the same thing, so that you don't have issues with the embassy, so that your visa application is not rejected, so that your visa process is not delayed unnecessarily. So this waiting period, make sure you have everything in check. Because for me, I did not have my primary school certificate. I had to go back to my primary school. I had to, dot my I and cross my T. I had to make sure everything was intact, make sure I collect all my certificates. You get me? Because I know I'm emphasizing on this thing. It's very important, very, very important that your documents are original, are authentic, because they are going to cross-check, they are going to your work, everything, they are going to cross-check. Please don't make mistake of, trying to forge documents or just trying to jump back. It's not a must you go to the university. It's not a must you go to secondary school. But I think the most important one is your primary certificate. But if you go to the university or you go to secondary school, make sure that all the documents you are submitting, they are legit. Let me use the word. They are legit. There's no fake. Then after that, when I went for my interview, they ask questions, guys. They ask questions. And here, let me chip this one in. When you get to the embassy, you will meet a lot of people, that are trying to help you. They're like, hey, you should do this one. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to fill this form. You're supposed to fill that form. You're supposed to, this is the way you're supposed to arrange your document. Please don't answer them. Just ignore. Don't answer them, because they just want to collect money from you. When you get to the embassy, the security at the embassy are going to arrange your document according to the way it's supposed to be themselves. And like I said, all the documents I mentioned, you go with the original and also the photocopy, 2 copies each, original and photocopy. So when I got to the embassy, I had to, you wait for your time, because if you meet a lot of people at the embassy that day, you have to wait till they call you. And when they called me, it was a lady that attended to me. She asked me a lot of questions. They are going to ask you a question. How did you meet your husband? How often do you guys talk? How often do you guys chat? When last did you see your husband? When last do you see your spouse? I'm using husband because in my own case, I went to join my husband. So you should understand what I'm saying. They'll ask you, how often do you see your spouse? How often do you, a lot of questions, a lot of sensitive questions. You just want to be sure that you guys have some connection. It's not just arranged. It's not just that you just want to help the person outside the country. And all your marriage certificate and everything you submit, they are going to verify it. So don't do fake, please. Very important, don't do fake. They are going to verify it. I've just been emphasizing on don't do fake, because I've seen what it cost somebody. And I don't want you to also go through that process, and I don't want you to waste your time. So please, whatever it is you are submitting to the embassy, make sure it's legit, make sure it's original. So they asked me questions and I answered them. And one thing, when you're at the embassy, if they should give you any deadline to submit something, please, if you cannot meet up with the deadline, immediately tell them at the embassy that, excuse me, please, I cannot get this document before this. Please be polite, very important. I cannot get this document before this day. This is the reason why I cannot get this document before this day. Sure, you get. Then they will now give you another date, or they will tell you that when you have the document, you bring it. And if they need more documents for you to prove some things, they will contact you via email. I think my own time when I went, I forgot the picture. I forgot our picture. Then the stamp, the exit and entry stamp on my husband's passport, I did not go with it. So I had to go and photocopy that one separately. Then the pictures were in my bag outside, but my bag was not with me, so there's no way I could get it. And you cannot go outside and come back. That's all. Once you go inside, that's the end of that appointment. So I just went outside. Then immediately I submitted the stamp I went to print from all those people that are there. It's more expensive, but what can you do? So it's better for you to do all these things from your home or from wherever it is you are coming from before you get to the embassy. Everything at the embassy is hiked. The price is hiked like times 3 or times 4 sometimes. So I just went to get the document, the pictures, and the stamp page of my husband's passport. Then I submitted it to the security at the gate with the letter, with the paper. They gave me a paper for the submission, the printout. So you have to submit it to them. And very important, if you are going for your appointment, please make sure you print out the email that was sent to you for your appointment date. Please print it out. Very important. That is one of the things you will need to tender at the embassy security post for you to gain entrance into the embassy. Yes. So like I said, don't be scared to talk. Don't be afraid to talk. They will ask you a lot of questions. You might be lucky, you might meet somebody that will not ask you too many questions, but definitely they are going to ask you questions. Where do your husband work? Where does your husband stay in Germany? Like the address of your husband in Germany. They will ask you, please, all these things, make sure you have it in your head. Like, make sure you have it upstairs. Then for me, I needed the A1 certificate, but I was just thinking maybe they will overlook it because at that time I've not written the exam, and I was supposed to write the exam. I think February 15 I was supposed to write the exam, and the result was out March or something. Do you understand? So I just told them that I'm sorry, because the day they gave me for the submission of documents was so close, and I told the lady, excuse me, I cannot submit the language certificate because I've not written the exam, and the result will not be out until March or so. She was just like, okay, no problem. So she now made exemption for me on the paper that whenever I have the language certificate, I should submit it. So, and the language certificate, it must not be longer than a year. Maybe if your interview is in December 2024, maybe you should do your exam in January 2024 or February. Your A1 certificate must not be older than 1 year. That's the basic thing. I think before was 6 months, but now they've changed it to 1 year, which is maybe good, maybe better. But either ways, you need the language. I did not know, like, it's not like I did not know, but then I did not know how much I was going to be needing the language. I was just like, well, what's the whole stress with the language? Please, you need it. If you have any opportunity to learn the language in Nigeria before you leave, please do learn the language. Like, learn it. Don't just learn it for the exam purpose or for the exam sake, because you would definitely, like, it's a lifesaver. There's nothing you will do here in Germany without the language. So please, when you're so I took a course with Goethe Institute, online course. For me, I would not recommend that online course for anybody. I don't know, but if you know you can, then probably watch some YouTube video to also train yourself. I also had this application on my phone, Duolingo, that I was using to learn the language. So all those things were the things that helped me to pass my exam. But I think the physical course in Goethe Institute is better if you go to the if you go for the course physically and not online. The online course was not really, for me, it wasn't great. I would not recommend it. So, but then thank God I was still able to pass my exam. So I'm going to make another video definitely, and in that video we are going to talk about the whole A1 certificate, the things you need to do, how you can register, how much it cost me to register. So when you get to the embassy for your interview, you are going to pay a visa fee of 75 euros. Please don't forget, and it must be in 500 and 1,000 naira. That means equivalent of 75 euros, you are going to pay it in naira, and it's depending on the current exchange rate you get. So it's how much naira is to euro at that particular time you are going for your interview. That's the amount you are going to pay. And you're also going to pay for document verification. Like I said, they send lawyers for verification. They verify all the documents you submitted, so you are going to pay for the document verification. If you are in the northern part of Nigeria, you are paying 250,000 naira. If you are in the western and the eastern part of Nigeria, you are paying 180,000 naira. In my own case, we paid 150,000 naira. I think generally there was no specific, like if you are here or you are here, we paid generally 150,000 naira. And if you want to book an appointment, please book with the consulate in Lagos, not Abuja. Very important. If you want to process your visa, please book with the consulate in Lagos and not in the one in Abuja. They do not attend to things like that. I'm sure if you go on the website, you will know what you're supposed to do and where you are supposed to do it. So after my interview, that was it. We went back home. I did my interview in December, and lawyer contacted me in February, like February 7th, February 10th. I can't remember the specific date that the lawyer contacted me. The lawyer went to my primary school, went to my secondary school. I'm repeating this again so you know, so that you don't make that mistake of forging document or anything. They will go and meet your parents. They will go and verify your marriage certificate, your affidavits, everything you declared. They will go and verify it. So please, very, very important. Very, very important. The lawyer, they went to meet my sister. You know, I had to call my sister. She was working in the bank in Akure, so I had to call her like, oh, please, can you come home? The lawyer is already here. The lawyer needs to talk to you. And there are also some tips I'll give you guys, but I'm definitely not going to say it in public. I'm not going to say it on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at Adeshewa. I'm going to put my Instagram handle on the screen for you guys to follow me. You can send me a DM if you have any questions. I will be willing and happy to answer you. Then please, you have to be patient. I know it's not easy. I know people will try to, you know, sometimes people will try to frustrate you. People start asking you stupid questions like, they'll say, are you still in Nigeria? Especially Yorubas, they'll be like, Shoshiwa, me, Mama, Reuion, travel, ni. She want travel and you're seeing me. You know, there are a lot of things that will bother you, because in my own time, even people that did not even plan on traveling out, when I was already processing, everybody already left Nigeria. It was not looking like, God, what's going on? Is it only me? Is there anything wrong? Please, it takes time. If you are traveling to Germany or you are doing family reunion visa process, something should be at the back of your head that it takes time, and it's definitely going to happen. If there's any issue with your application, or maybe document issue, not like issue, I mean maybe they need more documents or they need something from you, they will definitely send you email to like, so they bring these documents. And you can also write them that, can you send the documents by post? Which, yeah, I'm sure you can send the document by post, because for me, I sent my language certificates by post to the embassy. But for your interview, you are going in person. For your submission of documents, like your visa interview, you are going in person. You cannot, you know, send post to submit your documents when you've not even done the interview. Please don't forget that. And I think after the lawyer contacted me, which was in February 2022, I did not hear anything from the embassy. We kept on writing them. We thought that the document verification was supposed to take 6 months or so. It's over 6 months. What's going on? Why is it that I've not heard from the embassy? Why is this? Why is that? At some point, my husband's company had to get involved and track, okay, talk to the embassy, what is going on, what is delaying that process. Because in my own case, I did not have any document issue, or I did not have any issue with, okay, we need this, we need that. Everything I submitted was genug, like everything I submitted was enough, you know. So they did not, there was no back and forth with my documents. Oh, you are supposed to do this, or you did this wrongly. And one thing I want to tell you, please, if you are a lady or you're a woman, you want to go and join your husband, make sure your passport, international passport, is carrying your husband's name. They will not write it on the website though, but it's very important. Make sure your international passport is carrying your husband's name. If not, they will tell you that you should go and do another passport. Because I know of a friend that I met when I was writing the exam, they told her that she should go and do another passport. And you know how long it takes to do passports in Nigeria. So that waiting period, please make sure everything is in check. So in my own case, I did affidavit, change of name, I did newspaper publication, and I submitted all these things. There are extra documents that you will need to submit that is not on the checklist. So sometimes your document submission is peculiarity to your own personal case. In my own case, I submitted change of name because I submitted my NIN. I think there's a place in your application form that you will need to fill your NIN. I changed my name on my NIN. I made sure like I did everything possible, So please, so that you don't have more delay, because the process is already a very long and a tiring one, but so that you don't have more delays, make sure that all your documents, you see that one year plus waiting period, use it to gather all your documents, use it to do the things you're supposed to do. Just be sure that everything is okay. I don't even know how to explain it, because guys, it's not a joking stuff. It's not a laughing matter. It's not easy. I knew how tiring the process was, but thank God today I have forgotten about the whole hard time and how long it took me to get here. But so that is that about that. Like I said, there are tips I will give you that I will not make public, but please don't forget to change the name on your passport to your husband's name. If you have a child, also book an appointment for your child. When you are booking appointments, also book appointment for your child. If you have a child and you want to travel with your child, you need your child birth certificate, everything that proves that that child is your own. And when you are filling your application form and your questionnaire, please don't forget to fill and indicate that you have a child in Nigeria. Do you understand me? Don't forget. It's a very serious process. It's a very long one. It's a very delicate process. Please try to do everything you can to avoid unnecessary back and forth with the embassy. So guys, we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are able to learn one or two things. I hope you find this video helpful. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.